to have to pull the motor back out, take everything off, take everything apart, and see what's up with that. What's going on, everybody, and welcome back. So today we got a few things to do. I did go and pick up a new braided line for the fuel, so we'll be able to get the fuel, all the fuel hooked up and everything like that. I got a new V-band for the exhaust, so we'll be able to get that on there. So we pretty much have everything that we need to get everything in the car and get it running. So we're gonna get to that today. So a few things I do have to do. Radiator, got to put the intercooler on, got to put all the piping up, still got to put the exhaust flange on, or sorry, the exhaust up pipe and everything like that. So still have quite a few more things, but shouldn't take too long. Most of the stuff's going to be simple. I guess really the only other thing other than all that is put fluid in the transmission and then coolant in it. So but yeah, we'll get to it, we'll get things going. Forgot about another thing, so I actually have to also still put the axles in too. So still got to do the axles on both sides. Once I get those in, then I get to put the fluid in the transmission. Once I get the transmission fluid in, I can get everything else ready to go. So still got to bleed the line for the clutch, and it's really about it. It's all I could think of, but I'm sure we'll figure more things out along the way. So appreciate you guys sticking with me, and we'll get it going. All right, everybody, here's a quick update. So I got the intercooler on, I got the radiator in, all the piping, I got the wastegates, all the lines hooked up to that. I did get the fuel line on there. You can see that was the one I had to repair. Really the only other things I need to do is put the alternator on, and then put the axles in, fluid in the transmission, and then water in the motor, and it should be ready to go. So hopefully here in the next I'm going to say hour and a half, we should have this thing started. So we'll go ahead and put the axles in so we can get the oil inside the transmission, and then once we do that, we'll put coolant in it and try to get it started. Well, sadly, you guys, I got some bad news. So I don't know how good you can see it. Let me see if I can get the flashlight in there in an area. But so these were the two bolts that I had to drill out and re-tap and put new bolts in. I don't know if you can see where that little gap is where my fingernail's at. It leaks coolant. So from what I'm looking at, it goes to the, you know, that cover that's behind the timing belt and everything like that. So I'm going to have to pull the motor back out, take everything off, take everything apart, and see what's up with that. See if, you know, I drilled through the cover or if the bolts are pushing onto it, something, you know, I'm not too sure. So we'll have to take everything back off, take everything apart, pull the motor back out, and see if we can figure out what the heck is going on. So the next time you see a video of the car, it's gonna be the motor's gonna be out again. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna end it off here. I mean, I might keep recording, but I mean, y'all just see me put everything on, so I'm just gonna get to it and pull everything off. So maybe the next the next clip's gonna be seeing what the heck's going on with that thing. So, well, here's an update, guys. Motor's out. It didn't take near as long this time. I did keep the manifold on it this time. I've never pulled it out with the manifold on it, and that made it a little bit easier, you know, a little bit faster. So that was nice. But yeah, it took me an hour and a half because so that's not too bad pulling this thing out. I'm pretty happy with that. But maybe I'll be able to tear into it and figure out what the heck is going on. I'm gonna have to pull all this stuff back off and kind of look into it. So I'm gonna start doing that now. So I ended up figuring out what the heck happened. So my dumbass, when the bolts got pulled out of these two spots, this is where the bracket goes. So when the bolts got pulled out of these two spots, there was threads sitting in there. So I thought they were threaded, and I thought they pulled out the threads. Well, little did I know, that's part of the water pump right there, and those are supposed to be smooth because the reason why it was leaking coolant was because being that I threaded this and the block, it pulled itself apart just that little bit. So what I need to do, pull all this off and pull the water pump off, drill out the water pump, and then re-tap these just to make sure, you know, it's still good. It should still be fine. So once I do that, then I could put it back on. I'll have to retime it and then get it back in the car. But as of right now, I can't really move forward anymore because you can see that didn't work out very well. I was trying to use the starter to kick the pulley off, but the starter just wasn't good enough, or my battery's just not, you know, strong enough right now. So I'm just going to I'll probably end up going tomorrow, buying a compressor and a few more tools that I need, and getting it finished. So again, we'll have to go until tomorrow. So appreciate you sticking with me, guys. This is going to be the end of this video, and then I'll have another video most likely tomorrow of pulling all that stuff off and figuring out, you know, what I need to do to fix it. I've never timed one of these motors before, so it's going to be that's going to be a new thing just in itself. So I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks again. We'll see you next time.